Hi Kenyans, today I want to cover the issue of high politicization of our education sector and how to deal with this issue. Kenya is a blessed nation with immense human potential, and our education system is critical in realizing this potential. And our education sector stands at a critical crossroads as it undergoes major reforms in curriculum, infrastructure, and access to learning opportunities. However, the heavy politicization of the education system continues to undermine progress and weaken the sector's contribution to national development. Political leaders often exert significant influence over decisions that should be guided by professionals and educators and long-term national interests. And even public schools frequently become political playgrounds, especially during election periods, when aspiring leaders use them as platforms to guide or to drive their campaigns, though have school visits, donations, promises. These are something driven more by political gains other than genuine concern for learners. And the trend shifts attention away from the real challenges facing our education systems and our schools. And in addition, politicians, particularly members of parliament, have played a major role in school construction or plays a major role in school construction and development. Though the NGCDF, they also have influence. They also influence the distribution of bursaries and other education support funds. And while these initiatives may provide some benefits, they create room for favoritism, inequality, and decisions based or shaped by political interests rather than actual educational needs. As a result, implementing meaningful reforms in the education sector becomes slow and difficult. And resource allocation is also often becomes uneven, with some schools receiving excessive support while others remain neglected. And efforts to reduce inequality and improve standards are weakened by political interference. And a strong and high quality education system is essential to achieving the Kenya's national development goals. And quality education for all helps produce a skilled workforce, support talent discovery, encourage innovation, and strengthen social cohesion. These are critical foundations for inclusive and sustainable economic growth. For this reason, depoliticizing the education sector should be treated as a national priority. But how can we depoliticize our education system or our education sector? So there are several practical strategies that can help us. So number one is to place school development projects under professionals. Number two, construction, or to expand on the first one, the the construction, renovation, and expansion of public schools should be managed by qualified experts under the Ministry of Education and relevant technical agencies. So number two is to limit unnecessary political involvement in schools. Politicians should not interfere in school management or hiring decisions or day-to-day operations of public schools. Number three is to channel education funds directly to institutions. Bursaries, grants, capitation funds should be pulled together and be sent directly to schools or deserving beneficiaries through transparent systems and not through politicians. Number Number four is to strengthen independent education boards. Boards and committees should be composed of competent professionals, parents, and community representatives other than political appointees. And the next one is to promote accountability and transparency. All education funds and projects should be publicly audited to reduce misuse and favoritism. The next one is to protect policy decisions from political cycles. And education reforms should be based on research and long-term national needs, not short-term political agendas. This will see, as a result of shifting political agendas between different parties, you will see education reforms become slow, they become inconsistent, and this reduce the quality of our education system and the ability to address key issues like inequality and even access to education, especially for children in vulnerable communities. So, in conclusion, the future of this nation depends heavily on the quality of its education system, and schools should be centers of learning, innovation, and equal opportunity, and not arenas for political gains and political competition. And by reducing political interference and empowering professionals to lead, Kenya should build a stronger education sector that benefits every learner and drives long-term national prosperity. So that's all for me today. My name is David. Don't forget to like and subscribe.